Hey guys, welcome back to another World of Tanks video replay. And as you can see, we're in the mines and it only gives us a 41% chance to win this. But those numbers aren't always accurate. Obviously things can change. And you can see I'm playing the PZ2. I'm at the bottom half of the little scoreboard lineup thing, so I don't know if that's indicative of how well your tank is or anything like that. But it's kind of off-putting seeing your name towards the bottom. I don't know if it's done by tiers or classes or whatever, but yeah, so I decided to come this direction. I've never come this direction on this map, and I figure I need to learn some things. And right here I see a T1 Cunningham, and I figure its armor's pretty bad. I love that little tank, honestly. It's not that great, but it's just fun to fire on the map. And I figure I can slug it out with him a little bit, because I'm in a tier 2 tank and this little tier 1 with bad armor. And he pulls a move like I would have done a couple days ago, where I try to retreat, but he turned his side armor towards me, and I decided to reload and run away. And that's a good idea because I had this guy sneaking up behind me. I think it's a Cruiser 3, Cruiser 2, something like that. But he backs off and gets taken out by some allies. So I decided to pull into this village and see what I can do on this ridge line. But my teammates are able to take it out, which is pretty cool. So I decided to go ahead and push up a little bit, learn the map a little bit, learn where I should, look for enemy tanks and also possible ambush spots for myself in the future. And right here you'll see this shell explode. I don't know if it's a friendly shell or an enemy shell, but it does no damage and it looks like it explodes right below me. So right here I notice I need to get out of here. And they start putting some rounds to me. And I decided to back up a little bit, try to break line of sight, and there's a M2 light, I think, that shot right over my head on top of that ridge. So I put some rounds into him, and then I have to reload, and luckily he backs off because I did have to reload, and somebody else put some rounds into him. Then I start taking fire from the original area directly in front of me, so I need to get out of line of sight of that big time. Notice I dropped down to 18 health, which isn't good. So I decided I need to watch this for this M2 light. If he peeks that crest and he puts one round into me, it's probably going to be my death. So I scope it out a little bit, and just about lose faith, especially when I see tanks coming up from behind me right here. But luckily my allies take them up pretty quick. And I'm still camping. I was like, okay, I'm going to pull away. I'm going to follow the rest of my team. And then he shows it back up on the radar. And I can barely see the top of his turret. I was like, what the hell, I'll go ahead and shoot some rounds, and took him out. So that was a lucky shot, I had to say. It wasn't skilled by any means. And then noticed this guy on this far ridge, put some rounds into him, and then I noticed the artillery to the right, the SPG, and I tried to put some rounds into him, but teammate got him first, so that's fine. It is a team-based game, so I never get mad with people taking kills. Oh, that probably wasn't taking kills, but you know what I mean. And then I noticed this guy's still here, and for some reason, I think that's where I moved my mouse. It jerked to the left, but I was able to track him and take him out. I noticed this tank destroyer, so I decided I'm going to just take out the building and see if I can take him out, but he decides to run, which works out for us because he gets chased right into some teammates, and they take him out pretty quickly, which is nice. Right there. So I decided to push on up with the rest of the tanks that pushed up a little bit. There's a Cruiser 2 saying he needs help, so I decided to, or that's a Cruiser 3, sorry, my bad. I decided to push up, try to help him, and then all of a sudden my radar lights up to the left. I turn, I acquire the target, and then we fire on him. And he gets taken out. So that is my last kill. It is the end of the match. This guy gets taken out pretty quickly. We decided to chase him. So I got 4 kills, 321 damage done. I did get a master badge, second class, a sharpshooter badge, or a master gunner badge, and a cool-headed badge. So that was pretty good all around. So I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for more.